Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about the centrifugal pump. So this is the diagram of centrifugal pump and its different important parts that we are going to study in the subsequent slides. Pump. The hydraulic machine which converts mechanical energy into hydraulic energy are called as pumps. The hydraulic energy is in the form of pressure energy. If mechanical energy is converted into pressure energy by means of centrifugal force acting on a fluid, the hydraulic machine is called centrifugal pump. Main parts of centrifugal pump. The following are the main parts of centrifugal pump: impeller, casing, suction pipe with footwall, strainer, and delivery pipe. Let's discuss about impeller. So impeller is a rotating part of a centrifugal pump. It consists of series of backward curve vanes. The impeller is mounted on the shaft, which is connected to the shaft of an electric motor. Second one is the casing. The casing of a centrifugal pump is similar to the casing of reaction turbine. It is an airtight passage and is designed in such a way that kinetic energy of water discharged at outlet of impeller is converted into a pressure energy before water leaves the casing and enters the delivery pipe. There are different types of casing: volute casing, vortex casing, and diffuser casing. So volute casing. So in this casing, the impeller is surrounded by a spiral casing. The casing is such shape that its cross-sectional are gradually increased from tongue to delivery pipe. Due to impact of high velocity water leaving the impeller, efficiency of conversion of kinetic energy into a potential energy is very less. Second one is a vortex casing. So in this casing, the annular space between vortex or the whirlpool chamber is provided between impeller and volute casing. Liquid from impeller flow with a free vortex motion in vortex chamber where its velocity is converted into a pressure energy. It is more efficient than the volute casing. The third one is a diffuser casing. So in this casing, uh, the guide vanes are arranged to outlet of the impeller. The guide vanes are shaped to provide gradually enlarged passage for flow of liquid. The kinetic energy liquid coming out from the impeller is converted into a pressure energy during flow. Then next one is a suction pipe with footwall and strainer. A pipe whose one end is connected to inlet of a pump and other end dips into a water in the sump is known as a suction pipe. The footwall, which is a non-return wall or one-way type of wall, is fitted at a lower end and the suction pipe. The footwall open only in upward direction. A strainer is also fitted at a lower end of the suction pipe. Then classification according to working head. Uh, according to casing, according to number of entrance to the impeller, according to type of impeller, according to number of stages, according to the shape of vanes, according to the disposition of shaft. The first one according to the working head. Low head centrifugal pump, which working head is developed by this pump, is set up to 50 meter. Medium and centrifugal pump. So working head is developed by this system is between 15 meter to 45 meter. And last one is high head centrifugal pump. This working head is developed by this pump is more than 45 meter. Next classification is according to the number of entrance to the impeller. So here this is a single suction pump where only one entrance is there, and here it is double suction pump where liquid enters both the side of the impeller. Then next one is according to the type of impeller. Closed impeller. If one of the impeller are covered with a plate on the both sides, it is called as a closed impeller. It is made up of cast iron, stainless steel, cast steel, or gunmetal. Second one is semi-open impeller. If the vanes of impeller are covered with a plate on one side, it is called as a semi-open impeller. It has less number of vents, but its height is more than that of the closed impeller. The next one is open impeller. If the vents of the impeller are without covered plate, it is called open impeller, and these are generally made up of forged steel. It has less life as they have to perform very rough task. Then according to number of stages, single stage. In single stage pump, only one impeller is used on the shaft, and in multi-stage uh, pump, more than one impeller is used on the same shaft and enclosed in a same casing. It is used to raise a high head. Then next is according to the shape of the van. The curved forward van. The outlet tip of the van is curved forward in direction of rotation and the impeller. The impeller having such vans is called slow speed impeller. This type of impeller has low efficiency, that is about 75%. Then radial vans. These vans have outlet tips in a radial direction. The impeller having such vans is called medium speed impeller. The efficiency of such types of impeller varies from 80 to 85%. And the next one is a curved backward vans. The outlet tip of the van is curved backward in the direction of rotation of impeller. The impeller having such van is called fast speed impeller. So this type of impeller gives highest efficiency about 85 to 90%. Then according to the disposition of shaft, horizontal position. In this type, the pumps, the impeller shaft is used horizontal direction, and in vertical pump, so impeller shaft is used vertically. Then priming. Uh, this priming is needed only in the centrifugal pump, right? The operation is which is suction pipe casing of the pump and delivery pipe up to a delivery wall is completely filled with the liquid to be pumped is called as a priming. No need of priming if the suction pipe and casing of the pump is already filled with liquid. Similarly, no need of priming in case of reciprocating gear, screw, fan pumps, etc. If there is no priming, there will be no discharge when the air gets partially or completely enters into the casing of the centrifugal pump. Now working. The impeller in the rotating motion forces water outward of the to the circumference due to centrifugal force effect. Due to this, negative pressure is get generated at the center of the pump, so that water is sucked from sump via suction pipe, which is connected to the pump. The kinetic energy of high velocity water is get converted into the pressure energy because of the diverging passage of the casing, and in this way, the water is get lifted from lower height to higher height. Thank you.